another exciting episode of Can It Take a K26? The show where we take a variety of blasters and see if they can be upgraded using a K26 spring. I am your host, Captain Xavier, and today I am joined by a very special guest, Judd, the Australian Nerf cowboy.
G'day.
And we're going to be covering some new rival blasters, starting with the Knockout XX100. It was obviously released in 2020, thus the XX. It holds a single round, thus the 100, and is quite lovely. Now, we're upgrading these for... Yeah, it sounds a little angry. We're upgrading these for Judd because they can't have Rival in Australia because it's too powerful. So not only are we going to help him get some Rival back into the country, we're going to see if we can't upgrade it first and smuggle some dangerous things into the outback.
Helps us protects us from snakes, spiders, and kangaroos.
Yes.
With small irritation and yellow balls.
But you're going to smuggle it.
Yeah, of course.
You're a smuggler, a lawbreaker, a filthy criminal.
So Australian.
Really living up to that stereotype, aren't you?
Gotta set an example for the kids.
All right, let's take a look at the stock numbers and see what we're trying to improve from. This is Judd. Say hello to the children, Judd.
Hello, children. I'm Judd.
We're going to shoot this now. 85. 84. 93.
Spicy.
92.
90.
90. Well, that'll do.
I like it.
That will do. Right. See if I can hit something with it. Have at thee, you filthy reprobate!
Ah. Try again, sir. Stop trying to hit me and hit me.
I can't hit anything.
Hitting an Australian is decidedly harder.
Wily. Well, that's all well and good. But, I want more. So we're going to see if this thing can take a K26. Well, good news is, it came apart in a nice, easy fashion that should be easy to reassemble.
I think that was sarcastic.
Where does that go?
I think that's...
What is this?
A good question.
Why? Alright, so we're in. Judd's still trying to figure out how to put it back together.
Wizard did it.
And we have this, which, in order to get to the screw that takes the screw head off, you have to drill a little hole in the top of this. So I'm going to do that.
As safely as possible.
Yep. I swear that never happens.
I mean, it worked.
So, no. Looks like it won't take a K26 because it won't fit into the plunger head, and therefore there is no way it's going to get enough compression.
K26 isn't thick enough.
Yeah, the outer the diameter of the spring is insufficient. Now I am curious because I think I have some K25. So we're going to go with K25 for the lulz because I had a spool of it sitting around. Definitely feels heavier, so we'll see how that works. Oop. What have you done?
I released the catch for the barrel.
I can't believe you've done this. Okay, so we got K25 in there. No idea yet whether it will, in fact, catch or anything like that. And we still also don't really know how this thing goes back together yet. So
Still have 3 pieces to find.
we're floundering a bit. we got the K25 in. We got the internals back in. And we just need to
button it up.
Button it up, I hope. Maybe. But first, a word from our sponsor.
Excavation.
I saw him this weekend and I still did not get new words from him.
Wasted opportunity.
I may have to start just going to his channel, stealing one of his videos and just splicing bits out.
That sounds like fun.
Just to, and always the worst words out of context.
Oh, of course.
Absolutely.
That's what
you brought this on yourself for not coming to my shop, you magnificently coiffed person.
I thought of some other words. Spicy.
It works. Let's get some numbers. I have it. The ball. He's been relegated to ball duty.
I have failed already.
120.
1.
113. 126. 119. 119. You can have that. You may take it home with you and cherish it always. You filthy reprobate. I'm going to shoot you with this now.
Oh.
Come to grips with this. Assume the position. For the crimes that you have committed and the crimes that you no doubt intend to commit in the future, have at thee!
Oh! Throat. Ew.
4 out of 5 ain't bad.
Yeah.
A little bit more zip to it at close range.
Spicy. Harder to dodge.
I like it.
Not that one. I didn't like that. The rest were kind of fun.
Dug it. Let's talk about it some more. Right. Well, yes, obviously it was an improvement. This one has K25. Couldn't take K26. K25 fit beautifully. And yeah, it was a significant increase. Obviously, with most rival, the accuracy is going to decrease significantly outdoors at any range past about 30 feet. But within that 30 feet, it gets real hard to dodge rival at that speed.
Well, yeah.
So, good for things like HVZ, which this was like right at the max of yours.
Yeah, our HVZ limit for rival is 130.
And a lot of our HVZs, that is also the limit, is 120, 130. And so something like this might actually work really well because it's really hard to dodge at close range, which is where you shoot the zombies. At long range, have your marksman, but at close range, you just can't beat the rival. Right, on to our next contestant after these messages. All of the K26 used on this series was donated by Out of Darts. Check out his new website at outofdarts.com for all your Nerf modding needs. Our next contestant is, of course, the Knockout. The Knockout was also released in 2020, thus the XX, and it holds 8 rounds, thus the 800. So, let's, this thing is lovely. It's almost certainly just a,
Chronos reshell.
Well, yeah, a Reaper shotgun reshell, which is just a Chronos reshell.
It's what the Reaper should have been.
Yes. Pump action, top feed, lovely. Let's get those stock numbers. This is still Judd. This is the blaster. We're going to shoot the thing. 93. 89. 93. 91. 92. All right.
I like it.
Yeah. Let's see if I can hit anything with it. Round 2. Oh. everything I hoped it would be. But I want more. So much more. Always more. Let's see if this thing can take. K26. That's a K25. You're thinking too small, sir. Alright, so we're in. And sure enough, yeah, it's the same. Mag tube, trigger thing.
Same catch.
Same catch. Same beefy everything. Just need to pull this little guy out of here and hopefully not shoot it across the room. It needs to be pretty much the exact same height as the... Though we are going to have to trim this down a little bit.
Well, if we trim that down a little bit, it's going to need to be a little bit longer.
Well, it will force itself down anyway, so we will see how well this works. Alright, K26 is in. It's as easy as it is to put it in a Chronos or any of its clones. You do prime it when you go to put it back in, because otherwise the pre-compression is going to warp everything. The only part of this that I'm concerned about is the priming mech, because there's really just two little screws that are holding that in, so we're going to see. I mean, it's not, K26 is not all that much heavier than the stock. Which one was which?
That was the takedown. That one's okay. Yeah, that's from this one.
This is from this one?
Yes. This one is from this one. That one's from that one.
So you say.
Yeah, because that one's wider.
Yeah, they are beefy springs.
Yeah, I use them in Megas.
Alright, here we go. We'll put this back together. Alright. Shell's back together. Now we just need to button it up after a word from our sponsor.
Sticky.
I think he hides it well, but I think that's a very strange man.
I think he's a clone.
Well, it catches, it works. However, this is ridiculously smooth. That's the one thing they did wrong, is that this is smooth and has no grippinesses.
I mean,
if your hands got sweaty,
yeah,
as they will in Australia.
So,
we are going to add
grip tape.
Grip tape. Can be gotten at Home Depot. This is 3M. It can be found in the flooring section. What
I think it was the roofing.
No, we tried roofing first, and that was incorrect. And it was aisle 8, bay 5 in mine. Just ask for grip tape. And we're just gonna add some to the grip.
Just like thin strip there and a thin strip on the other side.
Yep.
How's that? Oh, yeah. Like a little bit there wouldn't hurt, but then you got to worry about the line.
Yeah.
But honestly, I wouldn't worry too much. That's, yeah.
There you have it. 3M safety walk. Fabulous.
Get it.
I'm gonna put it on everything.
Everything primable, but hasn't got a grip on it, and even if it does, little bits.
Alright, let's get the new numbers. Now, for the new numbers. 130. 119. 125. 126. 124. Oh, that one caught badly. 32. That is what we refer to as an outlier. 125.
We can replace that thing.
118. 123. I like it.
I want it.
You have several.
Haha. I shall do this to them.
Now.
No.
Oh, that's right. Oh, yes. Filthy reprobate! You cannot escape the law! Well, no one should be surprised by the fact that this was also a significant increase. About the same as the takedown, really. A little bit higher, perhaps, because it has K26 as opposed to K25. But again, getting in at 120s, 130s, lovely. Again, at longer ranges, accuracy is going to suffer, but at close range, you just can't dodge it.
Oh,
it's
like
zippy.
Deflected a few, but yeah, it was on target.
Yeah, very much so. So, again, right at your limit, and since this is going home with you, that grip tape, man. That grip tape is lovely.
It's rough and smooth.
Yes. It is fantastic. Right. Let's recap. Right. For those of you just tuning in or who just skipped to the end to see the results, that was a no for the knockout, but a yes to K25, and that was a yes for the takedown, which is really quite fabulous. Despite having K25 as opposed to K26, they ended up with roughly the same results. This was maybe 5 FPS average lower.
You couldn't really tell.
Yeah, both of them a significant increase. You're looking at a 30% increase, give or take, from 80s and 90s up to the 120s. So increase of 30, so a third. Definitely worth doing. The prime on this one, you can barely tell there's been an increase.
But the grip tape definitely helps.
Yeah, the grip tape helps, but there's no fear that anything's going to break. Why was this loaded?
That's just one less that flew at me.
True. But yeah, there's really no fear that it doesn't feel like it's going to break, even though there's really only the 2 screws. It is then held into the shell, and it
feels sturdy.
It feels sturdy. This one, it is a little bit stouter of a prime.
It's a bit, yeah.
But not terrible. This one is going to be getting half dart done to it, which is lovely. Which should make it really quite brutal, I should think. Yeah, so there you have it. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, suggestions for future episodes, I know what the next episode is going to be. Thank you for watching. Run for it! We're going to try that again, so I don't look like a silly person.
He is a silly person.